So today we are going to read one beautiful poem by Robin Klein, Amanda. As I told you that you all feel sometimes that you are controlled, instructed, or maybe every time you are intervened in your personal space, there because your parents want you to do something, you want to do something. So lot of clash of ideas and so many things are there which is happening in your life. First of all, let me tell you something about Robin, our poetess, that she is an Australian author of books for children. Okay, Australian author of books for children. She has written several of different type of books, but most of the books are written for small children. And several of her books have been shortlisted for CBCA. Yes, Children's Book of the Year Award. So if you get opportunity, you can read some of her very interesting books. So this is one of her interesting poem, which where she wanted to explain things which you will feel that, oh, it is happening in my life also. Okay. Now in this poem, the poet is trying to show us how difficult it can be for a young girl. Yeah, specifically for a young girl. But I say young boy also to grow up. No, it is really different. And this is a part of every child's growth into adolescence and then thereafter adulthood. Because this process, when you are actually growing up, when you are a small baby, small kid, then parents are actually pampering you. The rules are not so strict, but this process is more difficult when you started growing and when you start entering into your adolescence period. And especially this process is more difficult for girls than it is for boys. You know why? Because in our society, this is not in our society, I'm not talking about the Indian society, but throughout everywhere in the entire world, the girls are always expected to behave in a certain way. They are expected to be the epitome of elegance. No, in every movement. And you that is why you will see that lot of instruction has been given to Amanda. And the title itself is about a girl child, Amanda, and how her mother, she keeps on instructing her that don't do this, don't do that. In the entire poem, you will see that there is several encounter between Amanda and her mother. Different paragraph you will see, and in which her mother always corrects her behavior. Like she's asking her to sit up straight, not to serve, to clean her room, not to have chocolates. And you know what? How Amanda is responding? She's withdrawing into a world of fantasy, imagination, and she's thinking weird thoughts are coming to her mind. Maybe, when you will go through the poem, you will find it out that she want to be a mermaid. She want even to be an orphan without realizing the fact that how life will be difficult for her. But, you know, she's thinking about that. And then also, she thinks about the story that I will also tell you, Rapunzel, princess. Now, why it happens? Because childhood is a time when you are not being instructed now and again. But as you started growing, this is for boys also. Because as I told you that when you are a kid, when you are a small child, people will not people will not instruct you. They will give you the privilege to, have a good time, to play, to have fun. But then you started growing, and lot of discipline will not only enter in your life, but now and again you will be instructed to do this or to do that, because you are expected to be mature. Although we all know that childhood or this adolescence is a time when you are involved in fantasies, dreams, but still parents are expecting you to be more pragmatic, to be more practical. Now, Amanda, in this poem, she is actually, has reached the midway age between childhood and adulthood. And that is why our poetess, she's trying to show us her nature, her growth, and how she's not listening. She want to leave. She want to give up, move away from all these instructions. Now, mother is expecting her to fulfill certain responsibilities, like small responsibilities, finishing her homework, cleaning her room or shoes. Okay, but she did not want to listen to these, instructions all the time. Now, this there are expected, these children are expected to act or behave in a certain way, for boys also, for girls also. But yeah, obviously, this tone of poem is amusing. You will see that this is going, very amusing, because you will see there is a clash. Amanda, mother, and Amanda. They are two different people. Amanda, mother, is authoritative, strict, a strict disciplinarian. On the other hand, yeah, on the contrary, Amanda is dreamy, childish, and lost in imagination. That you will find out throughout the poem. The clash between them is actually making this poem, interesting. Okay, and so our poetess, in this through this poem, she want all the girls, especially I am telling that all the children, you all will feel that yeah, this is for you. But young girl will definitely be able to relate herself that how we have all felt this pressure on ourselves to be perfect. And more often than not, that pressure has come from our mothers. Mother want you to be perfect. And we also have dealt with the pressure in the same way that Amanda has slowly but surely resisting it. But you cannot say. Mother never stopped nagging us because they feel that it is for our own good. And that is why you will feel in the entire poem that this situation is very close to your heart. They are very familiar to you. No, because when you will see that how a mother is instructing that don't do this, don't do that, sit properly, you all will feel that yeah, your mother is also instructing you these things. And Amanda mother, for example, when she says not to be moody, such expectations can seem like a burden to young girls or young boys because they did not want to be denied chocolate. They did not want always to sit in a formal manner. They did not want to behave exactly as mother or father want them to do. Rather, children would rather indulge in their own fantasy. They want to have their own breathing space. And that is why they are always feeling that they should not be instructed all the time. Okay, so these are the interesting part of this poem that you will see. Okay, now as I told you that Amanda is actually, she has to be very nice according to her mother, although she want to remain. One time she had made a very weird, imagination she had, and that you will feel that she doesn't know, she hasn't seen the bitter, the harsh reality of the world. And that is why she, in fact, she is also imagining to be an orphan without knowing the problems, that how harsh, rude this world can be to her, specifically for a girl. But no, she feels that, yeah, freedom is more important than to remain confined. Okay. So you will see in the entire poem, throughout the poem, that this clash between a girl and a mother. Boys can also feel the same thing. They can feel familiar. Maybe the set of instruction is different for boys, but they too are expected to be a perfect, an epitome of grace. Not only girls are to be expected, but even mothers, those who have, uh, mothers whose son is actually creating a lot of trouble, they also want their son to be perfect, well disciplined, well behaved. But anyway, since the poem is a little feminine, so you will specific girls will definitely feel related to this entire episode. Now look at the lines. The poem begins with a set of instruction. How mother is instructing a girl who is maybe of your age. How she starts, and see the tone of her voice, authority, as your mothers may be telling you. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. See, these three lines, set of instruction. The poem is beginning with this, that how a mother is pointing mistakes of her daughter. Okay? And that is why she starts with a very simple, instruction. The very first thing, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Mothers are very careful. They don't want to have any bad habit in their children. So mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is obviously a bad habit. Then after she says her to sit straight without, hunch, bending her shoulders, because this is also your body posture should also be nice. Okay, and especially not only for girls but for boys also. Nowadays I know how you might be sitting. So this is also a way where parents are asking you because of your body posture, because sometimes your body, your gestures also is a great reflection of your personality. Hmm? So Amanda, who is in a habit of bending her shoulders, sitting lazily, okay, that's why her mother is saying that stop that slouching and sit in straight. Since she's in a habit of bending her shoulders and sitting lazily, that is why she's being pointed out. Because obviously, as a concerned, loving, caring, compassionate mother, she wants her to sit in a right posture. Why not? Because it will really improve your physical posture. Now, when this scolding is going on, Amanda did not like it. But no, she is not answering her back. Yeah, one good thing we can say. We can really praise the girl for not answering back to her mother. Rather, she's lost in a dream. And she started imagining, daydreamer she is. She started fantasizing. What? See, now next paragraph, which is actually in brackets, there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting peacefully. Mermaid, you would all so drifting peacefully. Now, what is she comparing her? She is being scolded by her mother, whereas she is imagining that there is a green, deep green sea. And she says that she wants to be the only inhabitant, only resident in this beautiful green sea. And she's imagining herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in actually in peace, in solace. And not only that, drifted blissfully, drifting, carried slowly by the water. Blissfully here, happily. Okay, so she wants to remain relaxed. How? In a language, in a relaxed green emerald sea, green sea, where she is only soul, she is the only inhabitant, only resident. And who is she converted into? In a moment. Okay, and she's drifting blissfully, carried slowly by the water happily. So she basically wants to say that she wants to be a mermaid, want to remain alone. There also, in that peaceful sleep, also she want to remain alone. No instruction, no family, no friend, no one. And she wants to be the carried gently by the current of water and want to actually enjoy the relaxing environment. So basically, what is she dreaming? She is dreaming illusion, an imaginary creature. She wants to be a mermaid. That is an imaginary creature. And she wants to be move away from all the instructions, from all the disciplined life, because she did not like this continuous and this every time mother is instructing, don't do this, don't do that, okay, sit nicely, sit like this. So that is the way she did not like. Okay, it is really difficult to grow up like a very elegant young girl. So this process is actually, and that is why again and again she's losing. She obviously she's not basically showing her anger to her mother, maybe, and she is in her own dreams. She is moving away. Okay, and she's thinking about the, being relaxed, being happy. That is the only thing she felt in this entire time. Now, next again, but mother is mother. She will not stop instructing her. Although mother knows it very well that children did not like this continuous, instructions. But yeah, how they will stop, because they do have to have that, discipline in their places. So now the next set of instruction she is giving to her daughter is, did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now, you are expected to be like this, a disciplined person, where you, since you are growing up, so a little bit of expectation parents will also have, always have from you. Since you are not a small baby now, so each and every time your parents will not keep on instructing you. You are in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th standard adolescence period, that whether you finished your homework or not, why did you do this? So it is a little expectation Amanda's mother wants from her. And so when this second stanza, that's basically set of the interaction starts, Amanda mother is inquiring whether she has done her homework or not. Did you finish your homework, Amanda, or not? Again, she is asked her whether she has cleaned her room or not. Obviously, now this is little bit expectation from you also, that since you are grown up, you need to be responsible. You do have to work for this. Every time your mother will not come and tidy your room. So this behavior, this is also the part of growing up. Listen, children, only getting academic qualification is not the job of parents, that they will send you to nice school where you will get nice marks, you will get a job, you will make your career. Rather, they have to make you perfect human being in all the aspects. That is why they are always working, that you should be a complete package, your personality should be a complete package with all good things, like you should be good in your studies, that is very important, your behavior, okay, basic, you should have the different life skills, as well as these are the basic things, these are the basic courtesies which you should have in your life, like, like genuinely you can see that whether you know how to clean your room, these are the basic things you should learn. Nowadays, I always feel, I strongly feel that each and every boy should learn the culinary skill, cooking. I have told you in previous class also that now it is not limited only to girls, that they should know how to, cook food. Even boys should also know this, because this is also an art. This is also a skill. Okay. So mother is expecting that she has, whether she has cleaned her room or not, And she's also reminding her to clean her shoes. So here we can see that mother is constantly asking her, questioning her regarding her homework being done or not, whether she had cleaned up her room. On the other hand, mother is expecting that she should clean all the things, she should be good. On the other hand, what Amanda is thinking. Now let's go to these lines. Okay. I'm an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my first bare feet. The silence is golden. The freedom is sweet. What does it mean? See, now she is lost in her imagination, and she started having a weird imagination. She imagines herself to be an orphan. She doesn't know how life is cruel, how this entire world is cruel, but irrespective of that, she's thinking to be an orphan who is roaming in the streets. Because obviously, orphan, they don't have a place, they don't have parents. This means that she's imagining that if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the streets. I'm an orphan roaming the street. That if there would have been no mother, no father, then, oh, how nicely, how freely I would have roamed in the streets. Okay. She would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. That means because all the time her mother is instructing her to tidy her room, to tidy her shoes, to tidy everything. Whereas she wanted to feel free, like you would have seen children making pattern on soft dust with her uncovered feet, bare feet, uncovered. That means she would have been so restless, so careless, no instruction, that even she would have not even cared that she has no shoes, no slippers. Rather, she would have been happy, okay, while drawing designs on the dusty road. Just imagine how she's thinking. Her mother, her ideas are so different. She thinks opposite to her mother. Her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Okay, and not only that, moreover, she's so fed up of these constant instruction from her mother that she always feels that silence is golden, which means silence is very crucial, precious, and freedom is sweet. That means she never feels free whenever she is with mother. But if she will become an orphan, what will happen? She will become free. And freedom is very, very nice thing. It's golden, sweet. No. If silence, that means she did not want instruction. As a young girl, she did not want that every time she should get an instruction of being, like this or that. So she wants to be free, even if she has to become an orphan, which is actually a very weird comparison. But she's so fed up with this continuous instruction that is why she's withdrawing into a world of imagination, where as an orphan, she will be far away from all the instructions. She wants to lead a life of freedom. She wants to lead a life of silence where no one will be there. Okay, that even that is why when she's thinking as a mermaid, she's alone in the sea. As an orphan, she's alone in the street. Why? Because we want to be free from all the expectations that are put on young girls or boys of her age. Even if the comparison is weird, she did not know that as an orphan, what type of problems a person has to face, unaware of these things. But she wants to have that peace in her life.